Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel BNB Official 24. Please subscribe my channel. Sheila loses her second toe, while Luna and Liam both get shot. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, July 8th indicate that Sheila Sharp will lose her second toe, while Hope Logan has an emotional phone chat with Liam Spencer. Sheila will collapse at the beach home once the gun is fired. Although it initially appeared like Sheila had been shot in the chest or stomach, the most recent information suggests that she was wounded in the foot instead. In fact, BNB spoilers indicate that Sheila will lose a second toe before the conclusion of the episode, so the show will find a way to include some humor into the issue. We'll keep you updated on any more developments regarding Sheila's involvement in the turmoil. Liam will go to the beach home and answer a phone call from Hope outdoors. Hope will want to check in with Liam because she is still dealing with his terminal illness, but he will pledge not to leave anytime soon. After assuring Hope that he loves her more than she can fathom, Liam promises to be there tomorrow and for as many tomorrows as he can. Of course, this will add to the drama because Liam is about to enter a life-threatening situation. Liam will hear a commotion and run in to aid Steffy Forrester, but he will get shot in the process. When Liam becomes Luna's next victim, will Steffy take matters into her own hands? Will Steffy get the weapon away from Luna and fire it at her? Regardless, the bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Luna will end up on the operating table soon. Luna's plot appears to be taking another disastrous turn, with her also becoming a gunshot victim. Paramedics will be dispatched to the area so that all of these injured individuals can eventually receive emergency care at a hospital. Grace Buckingham, Lee Finnegan, and Bridget Forrester will undoubtedly put their medical expertise to good use. BNB fans will not want to miss Finnegan's reaction to Luna's mayhem, so stay tuned. Sheila grabs Luna's gun. Shot fired. Lee holds Poppy responsible. The bold and the beautiful recap for Monday, July 7th, shows that Sheila Sharp fired a shot after grabbing Luna Nozawa's gun. Lee Finnegan also blamed Poppy Nozawa for Luna's problems. So let's discuss about all the unexpected twists in Monday's BNB episode. At the beach home, Luna sought to persuade Sheila that Steffy Forrester was the reason they were compelled to go to extreme measures. Sheila knew from personal experience that using a gun wasn't the best approach to manage the situation and persuaded Luna to put it down. When Hayes Finnegan's name came up, Luna made it clear that she would never harm her half-brother. Steffy wondered how Luna wanted her to believe that while holding a weapon. Luna insisted on establishing a relationship with Hayes and John Finnegan. Sheila continued to attempt to calm Luna down, but Luna said she had waited long enough to speak with her father. Luna believed that if Steffy could simply go beyond the past and quit impeding their relationship, she might have the father-daughter bond she desired. Sheila urged Luna to stop threatening Steffy, but Luna insisted that she wasn't and pretended that she hadn't lured Steffy there to harm her. Steffy determined that if Luna was not going to hurt her, she would free Ms. Dillon and get them both out of there so they could contact the cops. After Steffy insisted that Luna would not be a part of Finn's life, Luna prevented her from entering the other room. Sheila ultimately dove for Luna's weapon, resulting in a battle. A shot was fired between them, leaving Luna and Sheila stunned. At the hospital, Lee blamed Poppy for Luna's bad childhood and believed her sister was the reason Luna turned into a monster. After taking pity on Luna, Lee reaffirmed that Poppy messed everything up for her and convinced Finn that he was not to blame. Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, Electra Forrester, and Will Spencer met at the Cliff House to discuss Steffy's appointment with Ms. Dillon, which should have ended by now. Will and Electra received updates on the strange fortune-teller origami, as well as information regarding Ms. Sunshine working at the art program. There was also debate about Sheila visiting Taylor to raise the alarm about Luna. Ridge chose to inform Deputy Chief Bradley Baker about Sheila's visit because his top priority was the safety of his family. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Ridge and Taylor are in for more Steffy surprises soon, so stay tuned. Triple shooting, Bill banned from Liam and Carter's promise. There are 3 shooting victims, but only 2 have survived. In addition, Bill Spencer is prohibited from interacting with Liam Spencer. Continue reading, and let's discuss what's coming up on the CBS soap drama, Triple Shooting. Let's start with Luna, who duped Steffy Forrester Finnegan into coming to the art school after hours. The young woman was pressuring Steffy into enabling her to establish a relationship with John Finnegan. Even when faced with death, Steffy could not lie to the young woman. Fans should expect one person to be shot on Monday's episode. It could be Steffy or Sheila Carter-Sharp. Then Luna's plan fails when even more people show up. As the week unfolds, 2 more persons are shot, one of whom may be Luna. Maybe someone tries to grab the gun from her hands. Bridget Forrester's race. There are 3 shooting victims at the art school. When they are brought to the hospital, Bridget, Lee Finnegan, and Grace Buckingham enter surgery together. Unfortunately, one of the gunshot victims does not survive surgery. So who will it be? Carter Walton's promise. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of July 7th, Carter Walton makes a vow. The COO assures Hope Logan that he will be the best stepfather possible. However, he emphasizes that Liam should stay for as long as possible. Week of July 7th, 2025. Fans should also expect a painful conclusion about Liam to occur. It sounds like more people will realize Liam is dying. Later, Bill merely wants to see Liam, but it appears that he is barred. It is mentioned that Bill understands everyone's outrage, but only wants to see his son. Liam's condition appears to be serious. Furthermore, Penelope Poppy Nozawa holds firm in her declaration. Shockingly, is it feasible that Luna is the one who dies? If that's the case, will Poppy express her relief that her daughter has died? Even if Lee didn't trust Luna, she might be surprised by Poppy's coldness. Liam's rescue. Additional shootings, Steffy's horror. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. Fans might expect Liam Spencer to rush to the art school. Unfortunately, there will be 2 other shootings. Furthermore, Steffy Forrester Finnegan reacts in fear to everything that happens. Continue reading to learn more about what will happen in the next episode of CBS's soap drama, Sheila Carter-Sharp Shot. Let's start with Luna, who got into a fight with Sheila over the gun. The grandmother is a reformed villain who understands Luna's anguish. However, she is aware that Luna will either return to prison or die. Sheila has long desired a means to gain true redemption with Steffy and John Finnegan. Read this. Discover what happened in the latest episode of B&B. Despite her best efforts, Sheila has never been able to acquire the trust of the Forrester family. Sheila also saved Kelly Spencer's life, however. Steffy did not strike me as gentle. Of all, given Sheila's background, begging for forgiveness is a difficult task. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's horror. Steffy will be appalled. Everyone in Steffy's life assumed Sheila and Luna were conspiring together. Nobody noticed how earnestly Sheila strives to get her granddaughter on the correct track. Unfortunately, Luna did not listen and ended up shooting her own grandmother. Will Sheila survive or die? How will Luna deal with killing the only person who is genuinely on her side? Read this, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Katie discovers true love right under her nose with Liam Spencer's rescue mission. According to spoilers for the bold and the beautiful, Liam will dash to art school in the next episode. Since receiving his brain tumor diagnosis, the dying father has been on a mission to defend his family from Luna. Liam was focused on his aim. So, when Liam comes through the door, Luna is likely to shoot him before discovering it's Bill Spencer's kid. Bill can never forgive something like this. There is also a 3rd shooting victim, although we do not know who it is yet. Liam and Luna are continuing filming through September, so don't anticipate them to be killed off just yet. Sheila seemed to be in risk of death. Sheila has been quite excellent since her marriage to Deacon Sharp. However, redemption for Steffy and Finn has proven impossible. Perhaps Sheila can only be totally forgiven via death. Liam's rescue goes wrong, and Bill has no excuse. The bold and the beautiful spoilers teaser video for the week of July 7th, to 11th suggests that Liam Spencer's rescue will fail, leaving Bill Spencer with no excuses following Luna Nozawa's rampage. BNB's weekly promo begins with John Finnegan and Lee Finnegan's most recent talk at the hospital, during which Lee blames Poppy Nozawa for Luna's outcome. Luna wasn't born nasty, but Finn can't have her around his family now that she's gone so far off the rails. Of course, Finn and Lee are unaware that Luna has gone much more out of control. Following the altercation between Luna and Sheila Sharp at the beach home, a gunshot was fired. Fans of B&B will soon discover that Sheila was shot, putting her life in danger in the upcoming episodes. The same is true for Liam, who will shortly burst into the beach home, intending to rescue Steffy Forrester. That rescue will fail miserably since Liam will also be shot. Finn and other hospital staff will respond later this week when additional gunshot victims are hauled in. There will be a third person shot in addition to Sheila and Liam. So may Steffy have the upper hand and eventually shoot Luna to stop her? Whatever the case, there will be some risky surgeries due to all of the injuries that occur. The show's weekly preview video shows Lee laboring to extract a bullet in the operating room, accompanied by Bridget Forrester. Bill will suffer backlash because he was the one who got Luna out of prison. Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes will undoubtedly blast into Bill after they receive updates on all of the crazy Luna news. I have no excuses, and I will regret it for the rest of my life. Bill declares in the promotional video, despite Bill's many regrets, he'll just want a chance to visit Liam after his son's horrific ordeal. The bold and the beautiful erupts into deadly chaos in a week that will leave fans breathless, with 3 shocking gunshots shattering lives forever, culminating in the stunning loss of Sheila Sharp's second toe, a bullet-ridden Liam Spencer on the verge of death, and Luna Nozawa's rapid descent from heartbreak to horror in one of the most explosive storylines the CBS soap has ever delivered. It all starts at the beach house, where Sheila, still dealing with the consequences of attempting to seek forgiveness for her previous sins, has her darkest moment when she tries to disarm her own granddaughter in a desperate bid to avoid a disaster. Her good intentions, however, backfire in the worst way possible when she and Luna engage in a violent battle over the weapon, resulting in a gunshot that ricochets off tile and wood, blasting directly into Sheila's foot. The erstwhile villain-turned-wife of Deacon Sharp lets out a cry of agony, collapsing to the ground as blood pours from her foot, and her already disfigured foot, which had previously been missing 1 toe, is now losing 2. The irony is brutal and darkly hilarious, as Sheila, formerly the most feared danger in Los Angeles, is writhing in pain after losing another toe, a weird twist the writers weave into a moment that is both horrifying and absurd. Meanwhile, Luna, disoriented, emotionally shattered, and out of control, continues to point the gun at Steffy Forrester, sobbing about how no one understands her sorrow, how all she ever wanted was her father's love, and how Steffy and Lee Finnegan stood in her way. Steffy refuses to give up in the face of an unwelcome situation. She informs Luna that she will never be a part of Hayes' life, that John Finnegan will never forgive her, and that waving a pistol just demonstrates that she is not stable enough to be around children. Luna's wrath erupts. She accuses Steffy of being a gatekeeper, influencing Finn, and poisoning everyone against her. In the midst of this continuous tension, Liam Spencer arrives outside the beach home after getting a heartbreaking phone call from Hope Logan. Hope, teary and confused, reaches out to Liam for what she feels would be their final talk, fully aware that his brain tumor diagnosis may shorten his life. Liam gently assures her that he is not leaving. Not today, not tomorrow, and proclaims his undying love to her one final time before hanging up. But fate is harsh, and as he enters the house, gunfire erupts again. Liam dives to protect Steffy, just as Luna's finger accidentally pulls the trigger. The bullet pierces Liam's side, and he collapses to the floor as Steffy shouts his name, blood spilling beneath him. Luna gasps in terror, realizing she shot the wrong person. Luna sobs hysterically in disbelief, muttering that she didn't want to hurt him, that she didn't recognize him, and that she was just trying to terrify Steffy. Steffi doesn't care. She runs at Luna, wrestles the rifle from her, and fires a shot into Luna's belly in a fit of rage and panic. The third and final shot of the night rings out like a death bell throughout the beach house, followed by an unsettling calm as all three, Sheila with her wounded foot, Liam comatose and bleeding out, and Luna now gripping her stomach with wide, scared eyes, lay fallen on the floor. Paramedics arrive on the scene moments later, summoned by a terrified Steffi, who cradles Liam's face, asking him to cling on, fight for their daughter Kelly, and not give up. EMTs provide emergency care, and within minutes, the 3 shooting victims are transported to University Hospital, where doctors Bridget Forrester, Lee Finnegan, and Grace Buckingham prepare for a grueling night of trauma surgery. Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes arrive in the waiting area, joined by Electra Forrester and an obviously shaken Will Spencer, all attempting to make sense of the chaos that has happened. Taylor grabs Ridge's hand, hoping for her daughter's safety, as Electra attempts to calm Will, who observed the gunshot aftermath from a distance. Bridget fights to keep Liam alive in the operating room, where he has lost a significant amount of blood volume and is on the verge of cardiac arrest. Meanwhile, Lee takes command of Luna's surgery, conflicted between her medical responsibilities and her personal hatred for the girl she believes is responsible for tearing Finn's life apart. Grace manages to stabilize Sheila, whose injuries, while not life-threatening, necessitates reconstructive surgery and confirms that she will lose her second toe. Sheila, semi-conscious and groggy from the morphine, tries to crack a joke about starting a collection of missing fingers, but even she realizes there's no recovering from the emotional trauma of being shot by her own flesh and blood. In the corridors, John Finnegan has the most excruciating moment of his life. As a doctor, he understands what's going on beyond those doors, but as a son, husband, and father, he's frozen by the agony of knowing his wife was almost killed, his best buddy Liam may die, and the daughter he never got to raise just shot his mother and brother-in-law. Poppy Nozawa walks into the hospital and is instantly challenged by Lee, who accuses her of producing a monster. Lee does not mince words. She blames Poppy for Luna's instability, for lying about Finn's paternity, and for allowing Luna to become an emotional storm. Poppy, on the other hand, appears strangely tranquil. She suggests that Luna's death may be for the best, that this world is not designed for females like her daughter. Lee is outraged by Poppy's coldness and slaps her across the face, resulting in a yelling brawl that requires security to separate them. Bill Spencer returns to the Forrester mansion, agitated and out of breath, only to be told that he cannot see Liam owing to hospital policy and current investigations. Ridge explodes in rage, blaming Bill for everything, for manipulating strings to get Luna out of jail, ignoring all the warning signs, risking Steffi's life, and now placing Liam on a ventilator. Bill does not defend himself. Instead, he crumples into a chair and murmurs, "I make no explanations, and I'll regret it for the rest of my life." Carter Walton arrives with Hope Logan, who is in full breakdown mode, horrified that she said farewell to Liam on what could have been his last day alive. Carter, attempting to console her, offers to be the greatest stepfather he can be to her children, but adds, Liam should remain here for as long as he can. The world is better with him in it. In one of the most tragic montages in B&B history, the camera travels between surgical rooms, hospital halls, and quiet, bereaved relatives. Lee and Bridget work quickly in surgery, with blood pressure monitors buzzing, scalpels clinking, and nurses yelling vital signs. Then came quiet. One of the monitors fails to function properly. Nurses practice CPR. A defibrillator is brought out, but it is too late for one of them. A body is wheeled out and covered in a white sheet. The identity is not revealed immediately, leaving the spectator to guess. Is it Sheila, Liam, or Luna? The next day, Deputy Chief Bradley Baker conducts a press conference to announce that a triple shooting occurred, that one person died, and that the investigation is still underway. The press swarms the hospital. Back inside, Finn discovers the truth. Liam is in serious condition, but alive. Sheila, who is severely sedated, is in stable cond.